in my pants and I ain't afraid to show it, show it, show it, show it. I'm sexy and I know it.
Hey YouTube, it's Steezy from SteeziGaming, bringing you a commentary with WoW gameplay in the background. This commentary isn't really about the WoW gameplay, it's more about my WoW story, but a little detail about the gameplay. It's my level 46 paladin on my recruiter friend account. I decided to come back to WoW, but we'll talk about that in a second. My recruiter friend wasn't on, so I decided to just turn off my experience, try and get some gear from Straddle. Anyways, my WoW story starts back in vanilla baby. In about patch 1.5, which was the release of Battlegrounds, if I remember correctly. I had made a warrior, went prot, leveled prot, walked everywhere as prot. I had not played, well, I played arms, in PvP a bit, but I preferred prot just because it was hilarious to see people try and kill you as a protection warrior back then. Besides mages blew me up. Anyways, I'd done all the raids, gotten the best gear. I had a bit of T3. I'd done Nax Service a lot. I was there for everything vanilla. Except for things like Maraudon and Dire Maul, I think. But, those are stupid. I'd also made a Druid, but my Druid I hadn't really done much on. I just got him to 60 just to be ready for Burning Crusade when it was going to come out. But I think, honestly, vanilla is my second favorite. With basically, it was about my second favorite expansion. I'd have to give Burning Crusade my first favorite, mainly, please don't get me wrong and say, you're a faggot, blah blah blah, you didn't like vanilla. I love the hell out of vanilla, but I also love the hell out of Burning Crusade because not only the flag mounts, but the new PvP in the arena system was fantastic. I mean, you can't say it wasn't. But in Burning Crusade, I'd also shined more PvP-wise than PvE, but I mean, I did great PvE. I was the first warrior on my server to get a main hand glaive. I said warrior. There was a rogue. There was like 2-3 rogues who got glaives before I did, so I wasn't the first in the realm. But, I had all the best gear during Burning Crusade. I think I had the best PvP gear as well. I did really, really good in PvP during Burning Crusade, mainly because arms was very strong at the time. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty strong. Stronger than most melees, Red Pallies didn't really do anything at the time. Rogues are still pretty good. There's a lot of complaining about them during the time. But mainly, I focused on my Druid. I tried to focus on my Druid at least during Burning Crusade because I wanted to get better as a Druid. I went Feral for PvP, which wasn't as known during Burning Crusade. It was more either your Resto or your Boomkin. Either you're doing damage or you're healing. Feral, well, I know Feral does damage too, but Feral wasn't the class to be if you weren't tanking, basically, during Burning Crusade. And I'd really like Feral PvP because it brought a skill cap to Druids that was unknown at the time, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like PvP as much in Burning Crusade as I did in Vanilla because, yes, resilience, and here comes the trolling. I didn't like resilience. It brought a new thing to PvP that a lot of people didn't like at the time, which was no more big numbers. I mean, resilience destroyed crits and destroyed damage output, especially for people like warriors and rogues. And I'm not gonna lie, during the time, I'd really just PvP'd to kill people. I didn't PvP for the honor or the gear or the arena rating, I just wanted to kill people, watch their life bar go down and watch mine stay at the same, But I got used to it, now I'm kind of fine with resilience. I don't really care much for it. But, it doesn't bother me. Then I went on to Wrath. Wrath I hated so much. I quit Wrath about twice, mainly near the beginning and kind of somewhat near the end before Cata came out, about a couple months. Wrath, I had done the same, I'd beaten it, ICC down, everybody down. That one damn boss in the Ruby Sanctum, I think it's called, down, got her punk ass. And I'd done everything, you can name it, and I did it. Argenturnia, done it, achievements, done them. not all of them, of course, but most of the important ones for Wrath. And my druid was more in Wrath than my warrior, because my druid and my warrior were on separate accounts at the time. And then I had to decide to go on to Kata, would I play a warrior or would I play a druid? Now at the time I was Resto and Feral PvP. Well, I was Feral PvP and Resto PvE at the time in Wrath. So I was like, well, they said they're gonna change healing, so I could go Resto and balance for leveling. And I thought, well, they said warriors are getting a bit of a nerf, but they're getting new abilities. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go warrior. But in the end, I decided going druid for Kata. And I'm not gonna lie, I probably should have chose warrior. Well, basically after I hit 85, I'd done raids, the heroics, and all that. But it just felt stupid to me. I had realm transferred and got into a guild and got G-kicked for some odd reason. I got into an argument with somebody after an arena, and it was somebody apparently who was high in the guild, even though he was actually in the wrong, and everybody said. And I'd want to get G-kicked, and I kind of just quit the game. It was useless to me. Now I'm coming back for Mr. Pandaria. But that's basically my WoW story in low detail. Thanks for listening and watching, everybody. Please feel free to subscribe, like, favorite the video if you want. Just get my views up there. Thanks for listening and watching. Peace out.